everybody, welcome back to Season 4 here of Play Ball. I am your host, The Nasty One, and I'm coming at you with another Wolfpack baseball season. Last season, we managed to run the entire table, including the playoffs, sweep the playoffs, and claim victory as the Season 3 champions of the Expedition League. With that, at the end of the episode, I decided to create the new league, the Historic League, and move up the 3 champions from each of the 3 seasons of the Expedition League, as well as one team of my choosing. Those 4 teams were obviously the Wolfpack, who won Season 3, Buckaroos, who won Season 1, and the Mandibles, who won Season 2. And then we also chose the Derbies. Basically, all 3 of the teams that I chose were from the opposite conference of mine, because I didn't like any of the teams in our conference to begin with. With that said, we also brought in 12 teams from the Super Mega League to make the league complete. We brought in the Platypi, Blowfish, and Nemesis, Moose, Moonstars, Freebooters, Wide Loads, Overdogs, Crocodons, and Beewolves, Sawteeth, and Grapplers. And our first game of the season will be going up against the Blowfish, which is one of my top 3 personal favorite teams of the regular Super Mega Baseball teams. Just some things I want to note before we go in. I noticed last season during the run, as we got further and further along, this game was getting a little too easy, so a lot of the scores were lopsided, and I think it was because of the lower difficulty. So before I started this season, I raised the difficulty up. Instead of it being at 55, I changed it to be 60, which is now very hard. Originally, if you remember, I started at 65, and we lost a lot and we didn't do very well. But then I moved it down to 55, and then we started doing really, really well. So I'm hoping 60 is the happy medium in between both. So anyway, we got James Watkins, our ace, going on the mound against Wanda Dregler here in Game 1 of the new season. Let's have a look. Alright, now we just gotta set the lineup up again, to my liking. Alright, we're ready. Let's do it. Going to Swagger Center in Lowlyhood. We have actually not been to Swagger Center. This wasn't one of the choices for stadiums in the old league, so this is good. I'm glad we get to play the Super Mega teams at their own parks. Alrighty, let's do this. Smokey leading off here to start the game against Wanda Dregler. Here's the first pitch of the new season, folks. It's a strike. Hard hit up the middle. That's going to be a base hit for Smokey. There we go. Smokey, start the season off right. Give us a nice little cushion to work with here. And here's Ghost.
Now batting, number 5, the right fielder.
Smokey takes off. Ball is high. Throw down. Not in time. Smokey has stolen second. Runner in scoring position now with 1 out. I love how it says chumped it up there. 2-0 count to Ghost. Hard grounder to second. Fielded by Hill. She'll fire to first. Get the out. Smokey advances to third on the play. And now Eddie McGee up with the runner in scoring position and 1 out. Grounded foul. 0-1. A little behind. Chased one high. 0-2. Soft ground to the shortstop. That's going to get the run in. Stanley will go to first, get the out, but it's an RBI ground out for McGee, and it's 1-0 Wolfpack. Now Fragment up. Fragment looks at one in the corner, 0-1. Inside, 1-1. Hit the knee, below the knees, 2-1. Out off 2-2. Hard ground in the second, right at Hill though. She'll fire to first. That's the third out. Wolfpack get across 1 on a hit, and it's 1-0 to the bottom of the second, bottom of the first. Naruba Wonga will lead off here. He's the right fielder today for the Beewolves against James Watkins. Hard ground at the middle. Vega dives, but it's Byer into center field. That's going to be a leadoff single for Owunga. You got to keep an eye on him. He can run. And here's Marvin Steed.
66, the left fielder.
Pitch on the corner, 0-1. Chase that one high, 0-2. Swings to the curveball, strike 3, and Steed is down on strikes for the first out. Watkins gets his first K of the new season. Here's Jose Carloco.
The first baseman.
Who sat on it, hit her right to Vega, who's covering the bag. She taps the bag, goes to first, and that's the third out. Bad luck for the B-Wolves as the hit is erased on the double play. To this top of the second we go, Wolfpack leading 1-0. Here's Big Country for his first at bat of the new season. Hard grounder right, caught by Dregler as it was trying to sneak through the middle. She fires the first, that's the 1 out. And now Dozer up to lead off. I wouldn't say lead off, but ball 1 outside. Ball 2 low in the dirt. 2-0 count. High ball 3. Kaufman in the seat now. Ball 4. She takes a four-pitch walk from Dregler. It's her first walk of the game. Now Gabriela Vega up. Kaufman takes off. Vega drives first pitch into right center field. That's going to hang up. Is that going to fall? No. Olongo makes his way over to the gap and makes the catch for the second out. Kaufman retreats to first. Here's Deadeye up. Deadeye turns on that, rips into the left center gap. That's going to get down and all the way to the wall on a hop. Fielded by Batch Wilson out there, but Kaufman will try and score. The Deadeye in with a double. There will be no relay throw. Kaufman scores. It's 2-0 Wolfpack on the double by Deadeye. And now Watts up. Watts skies the first pitch into shallow center. It's going to be a tough play from the inner triangle. Calling forward is Hill, the second baseman, and she will make the catch for the third out. Wolfpack push across another run on a double by Deadeye and a walk. Now 4, 5, and 6 to up for the B-Wolves. Here's Keg Gutterson, the third baseman. Looks at a pitch on the corner, 0-1. Changeup is ripped into left field. He sat on that one. Kaufman leaps, but it's gone. Home run, Keg Gutterson, the first of the season for the B-Wolves. And it's 2-1. Gutterson sat on that changeup perfectly. It made him pay. Now Elvis Stanley up the shortstop. Looks at one on the corner, 0-1. Curveball ripped hard to first. It's off Fragment's glove. And that is going to be an error on Fragment, and he will reach safely. First pitch is ripped to right field. That is gone. Home run, Batch Wilson. Sat on the fastball, and he deposits in the right field seats. Thanks to the error, it's 3-2 B-Wolves. It's McGee's. Actually, that was Sting McGee. That was the catcher. Now Batch Wilson's up. So McGee sat on that. First pitch grounded softly to third from Wilson. Country there, fires, gets the out. 1 out now. Here's Cheyenne Hill, second baseman. Swings to the changeup, 0-1. Swings to the cutter, 0-2. Curveball is skied in the center. Smokey going back. Takes a few steps, makes the catch for the second out. Now Dregler up. Heater low, 1-0. Swings to the curveball, 1-1. Swings to the changeup, 1-2. Cutter swings towards strike 3. She's behind it, and that's its third out of the inning. Watkins gives up 3 runs and 2 homers and an error thanks to Fragment. Blowfish lead 3-2 after 2. And now Smokey up. Back to the top of the Wolfpack order. Soft ground to the second, right at Hill. She'll field and fire, 1 out. Now Ghost up 0-1 today with the ground out. Takes a pitch high in the zone, 0-1. Chased one high, pops it up behind the plate. Well, actually, more on the first base line. So McGee comes out, makes the catch, 2 outs. And now Eddie McGee up 0-1 with an RBI ground out. Looks at one on the inside corner, 0-1. Soft grounded to second. Barehanded by Hill, she fires to first. It's 3 up, 3 down inning. Dregler third to third cleanly. It means 3-2 to the bottom half. And back to the top of the B-Wolf order. Olongo looks at a changeup at the knees, 0-1. Heater blown by him, 0-2. He wasn't even offering. Curveball ripped on the ground to second, right at Vega. She picks it up and fires. 1 out. Gonna bring up Marvin Steed. Pitch catches top of the zone, 0-1. Curveball grounded to short. Eddie there fires. 2 outs. And now Carloco. Changeup caught the zone. 0-1. Swings through the chain. Caught her 0-2. Forkball hangs. Ripped to first. Pass fragment down the line. It's going to get into the corner. Chased quickly down by Ghost, and then hold Carloco to a single. 2 outs. Cutterson up. 1 for 1 today. Had a home run. Fastball caught the zone. 0-1. Curveball way in the dirt. 1-1. Cutter ripped hard on the ground at the middle. It's going to get through for a base hit. So 2 back-to-back hits. Put 2 runners on with 2 outs. So ring the bell with Stanley, who's 0 for 1 today. Had a line out. Actually, he reached on an error. Ball ricochets off Watkins' glove to second base. Vega makes the play, though, and that's the 3rd out. So the Wolfpack strand 2 runners, get out of a jam in the 3rd to the 4th. It's still 3-2. Fragment up 0 for 1 today, feeling a little tense after making that error in the field. Looks at 1 in the dirt, 1-0. Turns on 1 and misses at 1-1. Catches the corner, 1-2. Chases 1 outside, he strikes out, and Fragment down on strikes. It's going to be a long season at this rate, folks. Here's Big Country up. Ball is outside, 1-0. 2-0. Guy's the first pitch in the left center field. Going over is center fielder, and Wilson will make the catch for the 2nd out in the gap. Now Kaufman up. No official at bat. She drew a walk the first time up. Turns on the first pitch, rips it in the right center field. That's going to get down and all the way to the wall. Gets there on 2 hops. Cut down by Awanga. Kaufman walking with a 2-out double. Now it's going to be up to Vega to drive her in. Gabriella looking to tie the game up here. First pitch is at the knees, 0-1. Swings through the 2nd pitch, 0-2. Turns on the 3rd pitch, lines it softly into left. It's going to hang up, though. Steed makes the play, and that's the 3rd out. Bottom of the 4th we come. Wolfpack strand a runner. It remains 3-2. Here's McGee. Hit a 2-run homer last time up. Hard grounder to first. Has Fragment in the right. Goes Fields, fires to first. Steed beats it out. And it's going to be a base hit for McGee. And now Wilson up. Swings to the forkball 0-1. Curveball ripped into right center field. That's going to get down, and that's going to get all the way to the wall. Smokey runs it down. McGee's going to try and score. Here's the throw in from Vega. Not in time. It's an RBI double for Wilson, and now it's 4-2 B-Wolves. First pitch grounded softly short from Hill. Eddie Barehands fires to first, gets the out. Runner advances to 3rd on the play. And now Dregler up. Hader ripped the short. Eddie dives. It's off his glove. It's going to be a base hit. McGee will score easily. And it's 5-2 Blowfish. Now Awanga up. First pitch caught the knees, 0-1. Second pitch fouled off, 0-2. Heater grounded up the middle. Vega backhands, flips the second one on the first, double play. Blowfish managed to eke across 2 though, and it's 5-2 to the 5th. Dickey up first. 1 for 1 with the double. Looks at 1 outside and low, 1-0. Below the knees, 2-0. Outside, 3-0 count to Dickey. 1 ripped up the middle, and that's a base hit for Deadeye. His 2nd hit of the game, and he leads the inning off right. Now Watkins up. He lays down the bunt. It's foul. Inside, 1-1. He's trying to lay down the bunt again. High, 2-1. Ball bunted backwards to the catcher, and that's the first out. Way to go, Watkins. Now Smokey up with the runner still at first. Liner softly to first. Diving attempt made by the first baseman Carloco. It's over his head, though. That gets down. Unfortunately, the runner retreated thinking he was going to catch it and is out at second. So 2 outs, runner at first, but Carloco's hurt on the play. Strained. So Harry Backman's coming into play first. What happened? It is a twisted finger. He jammed his finger. He twisted his finger. So we have to twist it back into the socket for him. Smokey takes off on the first pitch. It's in the dirt low. Throw down. In time. And Smokey, our fastest runner, thrown out, stealing second on a guy who doesn't have an arm. Bottom of the fifth coming up. Wolfpack down 5-2 still. Watkins' first pitch is skied softly into center. Play is made for the first out. Steed now Backman up for his first at bat of the game. Since coming in for the injury, swings for the first pitch, change up, 0-1. Swings for the curveball, 0-2. Forkball swings towards strike three. He's way out in front of all three pitches, and that's another strikeout for Watkins. And here's Gutterson. Heater fouled off, 0-1. Cutter swung through it, 0-2. Forkball skied, right field. Coming in Roberts, he's calling for it, and that'll be the third out of the inning. 1-2 third inning for Watkins through the fifth. 5-2 remains to score to the sixth. Here's Ghost. First pitch popped up on the right side of the infield, going over his Hill. She's calling for it. Makes the play for the first out. And that's going to bring up Eddie McGee. Ball inside, 1-0. Hard grounder to second, right at Hill though. Fires to first, 2 outs. And now Fragment up. Struck out last time. Ball outside, 1-0. Chased one high, skies it in the shallow left center. Calling for it is Steed, and he'll make the catch for the third out. Well, nothing doing for the Wolfpack in the sixth. Bottom of the sixth, Stanley up first. First pitch ripped to right. That's going to hang up though. Ghost to make the catch, 1 out. McGee up now, hit a home run. Hard ground to the second though. Vega there, backhands and fires, 2 outs. And now Batch Wilson up 1 for 2 today with a double. Curveball caught the zone, 0-1. Cutter ripped up the middle, diving by his Vega, but it's Byer for a base hit. Wilson's second hit of the day. It's his second single. It's actually his first single. He had a double. And now Cheyenne Hill 0 for 2 today so far. Looks at a pitch on the corner, 0-1. Forkball blown by her, 0-2. Heater ripped the right. Drops in front of Ghost. It's a base hit. Hill gets on. 2 on, 2 out for Dregler now. Dregler out in front of the curveball, 0-1. Changeup fouled back, 0-2. Forkball low, 1-2. Heater blown by her, strike 3, and Dregler is down on strikes. Watkins gets out of the jam. Through 6, it remains 5-2. Blowfish. Jensen to lead off the 7th here against Dregler. First pitch is fouled off, 0-1. Second pitch is skied to right. That's going to go into foul territory and be caught by Owanga for the first out. Now Kaufman up, 1 for 1 today with the double. Checks her swing, and it's at the knees, 0-1. Also at the knees, 0-2. Soft line to the short on a hop. Stanley there, fires, 2 outs. And now Vega up. Ripped to third, right at Gutterson though, fires to first. 3 outs, nothing doing for the Wolfpack. Bottom of the 7th, here we come. Here's Owanga to lead off against Watkins for the 4th time today. First pitch driven deep to center field. Smokey in front of the warning track, tracks it down, makes the catch, 1 down. Here's Marvin Steed now. Curveball inside, 1-0. Cutter blown by him, 1-1. Change up hard on the ground to short. Eddie cuts it off though and fires. 2 outs. He's going to bring up Harry Backman. Heater hard on the ground to short. Eddie there. Fires again. 3 up, 3 down. Through the 7th, it remains 5-2. Dickey, Watkins, and Smokey do up as Backman is exiting, and Alfonso Delgado comes into play first. Marvin Steed is also exiting, and Ricky Kwan comes into play left. Defensive upgrades for the Blowfish. Dickey checks his swing. It's a strike anyway, 0-1. Low in the dirt, 1-1. Hard grounder to short, right at Stanley. Fires to first, 1 out. Now Watkins up. He'll be lifted for a pinch hitter. So DOA Benson will be doing those honors. Ball is high, 1-0. Caught the zone, 1-1. Inside, 2-1. Low ball 3, 3-1 count. Inside ball 4, and DOA draws the walks. The pinch hitter reaches first. I'm going to bring up Smokey. Low ball 1. Caught the bottom of the zone that time, 1-1. Outside, 2-1. Outside ball 3, 3-1 count now. Ball 4, walks Smokey. So now first and second with one out. Ghost up, 0 for 3 today. Ripped up the middle, that's going to be a base hit. DOA, however, will have to hold it third as that went right to the center fielder. Good throw in from Wilson. Holds the runners at their positions, their stations. So the bases are loaded for Eddie McGee. 0 for 3 as an RBI ground out on his line score. Looks at a pitch on the zone, 0-1. Inside, ball 1. Ripped hard on third. That's going to be a fair ball. That's going to get into the corner. That was down the line perfectly. DOA scores easily. Smokey scores easily. It's a double for McGee, and Ghost holds it third. 5-4 now. Wolfpack get 2 across. It's now second and third with 1 out for Fragment. And they're leaving Dregler in. First pitch is out in the outside corner and high, 0-1. Fragment lines the second pitch into right. It's left. It's going to be caught by McSteed. Throw in to second. McGee retreats. Ghost tags and scores on the sac fly. It's 5-5. Go ahead run at second now for Big Country. Looks at one high, 1-0. Got the bottom corner up, 1-1. High, 2-1. Low, 3-1 now. Jensen rips it to third, but Gutterson dives and makes the diving catch to save the inning. But the Wolfpack score 3 and tie it up 5-5. Jackson, no mercy merciless, is coming in to pitch the 8th inning against Gutterson. First pitch is skied to right to foul territory. Fragment over, it's in the seats, 0-1. Fourth ball grounded to second right at Vega. She backhands it and fires to first, 1 out. And now Elvis Stanley up. First pitch fork ball swung through it, 0-1. Cutter skied in the left center field, going over is Smokey. He will run it down and make the catch in the gap for the second out. Gonna bring up Stig McGee. Oh, he has a home run on his line score. First pitch outside, 0-1, 1-0, whatever. Cutter high and outside, 2-0. Forkball fouled off, 2-1. Swings through the screwball, 0-2. Screwball ripped to right. Ghost over. In front of the wall, makes the catch for the third out. So nothing doing for the Blowfish in the 8th. It remains 5-5 to the 9th. 6-8, 7-8, due up.
Now pitching number 57.
Dregler is exiting, and Julio Hooper, the closer, will be coming in to pitch the 9th. Kaufman, the leadoff. Swings to the first pitch, 0-1. High ball 1. High ball 2, 2-1 count. Hard rip to second, right at Hill, though, on a hop. Fires to first, 1 out. Now Vega up. First pitch ripped up the middle, that's a base hit for Gabriella. Splits a runner at first with 1 out now. Deadeye up, 2 for 3 today. Hard rip up the middle. It's off of Stanley's glove. That's going to ricochet into right field. Vega around second, heading for third. She'll reach safely. Runners at the corners with 1 out now. And Jackson merciless up. That'll be a pinch hitter time. It'll be Tracy Black Widow Roberts coming in to pinch hit. Black Widow looks at one outside, 1-0. Hard rip to second. Right at Hill, flips the second, 1 on to first, double play. Wolfpack strand the go-ahead run, and that'll bring in Renegade. And here's Batch Wilson. First pitch fouled off, 0-1. Curveball dribble back to the mound. Hahn fires to first, 1 out. And now Cheyenne Hill up. First pitch grounded to second. Vega there, fires to first. In the dirt, it's off of Fragment's glove. She goes to second. She is safe. Winning runners at second base on the error by Vega.
Number 25.
Prakniak comes in to play second. First pitch gets by Randy Mann, who pinch hits for the pitcher. 0-1. Changeup fouled off. 0-2. Two-seamer outside and high. 1-1. 1-2. Heater blown by him. Strike 3. He swung and missed. Nerubawanga up. Got to drive the winning run in from second. Changeup by him. 0-1. Curveball popped up behind the plate. Dickey is there in the left batter's box. Makes the catch for the third out. And we're going to extra innings, folks. Randy Mann exiting. Joanna Heater coming in to pitch. Here's Smokey Rodriguez to lead off. First pitch fouled off. 0-1. Ball 1. Chases one way inside. 1-2. Grounded softly to short. Stanley barehands and fires. Gets Smokey by half a step. 1 out. Here's Ghost now. Grounder at the middle. That's a base hit for Ghost. Second hit of the day for him, and he reaches first with 1 out. Gonna bring up Eddie McGee. 1 for 4 with a double and 3 RBIs on his line score. Grounded to second. Hill there flips the second one on to first. Double play, and it's another double play for the Wolfpack. Bottom of the 10th here. Quan coming in, but Rod fourth will come in to pinch hit for him. Curveball swung through it. 0-1. Changeup grounded back to Hahn. Fires the first. 1 out. Now Alfonso Delgado up. First pitch is skied, shallow left field. Going out's McGee. He's calling for it. Makes the catch for the second out. And here's Keg Gutterson, 2 for 4 today. Curveball catches the low outside corner. 0-1. Two-seamer catches the high inside corner. 0-2. Heater fouled off. 0-2. Changeup outside. 1-2. Curveball ripped to third. Jensen dives. It's by him down the line into the corner. Cut off by Kaufman, though. She gets it back in. And a hold him to a single. It's his third hit of the game for Gutterson, though. Now to bring up Elvis Stanley. 0 for 3. Or 4. First pitch by him. 0-1. Changeup ripped hard on the ground to second. Prakniak there. Fire flips the second, and that's the third out. Going into the 11th, it remains 5-5. Fragman, Jensen, and Kaufman do up. Owunga moves over to left field, and Rod fourth will go to right. Fragman turns on the first pitch, drives it deep to center field. That'll chase Wilson back to the warning track, but he'll make the catch for the first out. Now Big Country up. Hard rip up the middle. That's going to be a base hit past the diving Hill in the center. Jensen gets another hit. Actually, I think that's his first hit. Either way, Big Country on first with 1 out, and now Kaufman up. Soft ground to the second. Hill flips it to second. 1 on to first. It's another double play. Third inning in a row, it's ended on a double play. Here's McGee. First pitch outside. 0-1. Swings to the changeup. 1-1. Heater popped up behind the plate. Dickey chasing, but it's out of play. Two-seamer outside. 2-2. Changeup fouled off. Still 2-2. Swings through the curveball, strike 3, and he's down for the first out. Now Batch Wilson up. 2 for 4, 2 singles. Swings through the curveball, 1-1. Changeup is low. Heater grounded softly to third. Jensen there, fires. 2 outs. Now Cheyenne Hill up. Changeup grounded softly to the mound. Hahn there, field fires to first. That's the third out. 7, 8, and 9 due up as Prakniak will lead off with his first at bat against Joanna Heater. First pitch fouled off. 0-1. High ball 1. Chased one high, fouled it off. 1-2. Soft liner to first. Backhanded by Delgado, who run to the bag. That's 1 out. Now Bernard Dickey up. 3 for 4 today. First pitch skied to left. It's going to chase Owonga back, but he'll make the catch for the second out. And now Chin Malhan up. Pinch hitter coming in. That'll be Emily Blunt.
Number 8.
Blunt swings to the first pitch, 0-1. Second pitch, skied to short. Calling for it is Stanley. He'll make the catch for the third out. Bottom of the 12th we come, and Cassidy Hennessy is coming into pitch. First pitch blown by Hida, 0-1. Curveball dribbled in front of the mound. Dickey makes the play and fires the first one out. Now Naruba Wonga up. Screwball swung through it, 0-1. Slider swings through it, 0-2. Curveball driven deep center field. Going back is Smokey. He's at the warning track. Looks up. Makes the catch for the second out. Now Rod Forth up. Forth files the first pitch back, 0-1. Curveball skied in the left field. Kaufman runs it down in the gap for the third out. To the 13th, it remains 5-5. Here's Smokey to lead off. Ripped hard and ground to short, right at Stanley though. He fires the first, one out. Now Ghost up, 2 for 5 today. Has 2 singles to his credit. First pitch in, low and outside, 1-0. Hard rip foul, 1-1. Hard grounded to second, right at Hill though. Backhands and fires, 2 outs. And now Eddie McGee up. First pitch sky, deep center. Calling for it is Wilson, and he'll make the catch for the third out. Bottom of the 13th, here we come. It remains 5-5. First pitch from Tilda Delgado is a ball low, 1-0. Screwball catches the knees, 1-1. Curveball dribbled softly to first. Fragman there, taps the bag, 1 out. Now Gutterson. First pitch fouled off, 0-1. Slider, it's off of Hennessy, ricochets to short. Eddie fields it and fires, gets the out, but Hennessy is down. It was H-body contusion, and Hennessy wants to pitch. Curveball by him, 0-1. Screwball driven to deep center. Going back is Smokey. He's on the warning track, looks up, leaps, it's gone. And it's a walk-off homer for Elvis Stanley in the 13th inning to give the B-Wolves the win, 6-5. Wolfpack lose after taking a line drive off the head. What are the fucking odds now? Watkins goes 7, gives up 4 runs. Only 4 he gives up 5. 4 were earned. Loss goes to Hennessy, who went 1 2/3, took a line drive off the chest, wanted to keep pitching, and gave up a home run to the next batter. Dregler goes 8, gives up 5 runs. Hooper pitches clean 9th inning, and Joanna pitches 4 innings of relief. Area players of the game: Sting McGee, 2 for 5 with a homer and 2 double, 2 RBIs, whatever. Keg Gutterson, 3 for 6 with a homer and an RBI, and Bernard Dickey goes 3 for 5, double and an RBI. So with that loss, the Wolfpack start off Season 4 on a low point, but hopefully we can rebound despite losing one of our relief pitchers for the foreseeable future. Hennessy's going to be out at least 3 or 4 games, possibly 5. Thankfully, it was only a body contusion and not a head contusion. We got 10 games to simulate for you here. Here we go. Moose and Crocodons. Crocodons beat the Moose 4-3. Derbies and Wide Loads. Wide Loads win 7-3. B-Wolves and Grapplers. B-Wolves win 3-2. Overdogs beat the Freebooters in 10, 5-4. Platypi beat the Nemesis 10-7. Moonstars beat the Buckaroos 9-6. Mandibles beat the Salty 3-2, so the Mandibles are the only created team to take a win. Overdogs beat the Moose 6-3. Grapplers beat the Beagles 5-0. And Wilows beat the Sawtees 7-4. There are your standings as of right now. Platypi and Blowfish are 1-0 in the Ancient Conference. Nemesis and Buckaroos 0-1. Moonstars are the only team in our division to get a win. We're 0-1. The Freebooters are 0-1, and the Moose are 0-2. Wide Loads, Overdogs, Crocodons, and Mandibles are all undefeated. Mandibles are the only created team to get a win so far. Grapplers are 1-1. Beewolves are 1-1. Derbies are 0-1, and Sawtooth are 0-2. Next time out, we will be taking on the Buckaroos, our old nemesis, well, our old adversaries from the Expedition League. They are the Season 1 champions of that league, and it will be second pitcher BB Luncaster taking on Clay Lewandowski. Hopefully we can have a little bit better offensive output than last game. Obviously, some of our guys didn't do very well. We need to rebound rather quickly, otherwise we are going to be screwed. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll catch you on the next one. This is the Nasty One, signing off.